Hi, thank you. I'm also an educator, and I noticed in your history that you supported in trying to get more people to join the education sphere, right, as teachers in general. And this is kind of like a half comment / half question, which is, as an educator, I've been thinking about it for the last few years about why I want to leave, because I have been wanting to leave for about 5 years now. Why did that shift happen? And I think especially COVID made a lot of teachers very aware of how much they dislike the system they're in. Now, I see some heads nodding. I'm going to say I'm a far leftist, so I think some people would still disagree with my vision. I'm not going to go into details, but overall, it's a kind of, I noticed that you supported pay increases, right? And moving in that direction, which is definitely good. But in talking to a lot of teachers, we said that's part of it, but that's not all of it. And so I think when you go back to the legislature and think about how do we move forward with what is going to honestly become an even worse and more chronic issue in the next 10 years, is what other factors are leading to dissatisfaction, and making sure that we ask educators at all levels where that dissatisfaction is coming from. And given what happened recently, we had another school shooting, that's definitely one. I know I had a student in my classroom with a weapon that thankfully we were able to deal with in a way that didn't end up like that. But that was another reason why I'm like, I was never scared of my students until the last 5 years, right? And when I feel that, how can I teach them, right? So I understand the other concerns people have with education, but I think kind of like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? If I don't feel safe, then we're starting at a really bad place, right? We can't build on that foundation. So just my comment / you commenting more on your history and your view on this issue.
Well, thank you. You know, first of all, I want to give a hand to all the teachers, you and anyone else in the room.
Battery. Very telling.
Yeah, whether we're yeah, whether we're Democrats or Republicans, you know, we all should recognize the importance of teachers, and so thank you for what you do day in, day out to educate our kids. Can I ask, do you teach in Torrance Unified?
I don't want to say specifically where, but I do teach in the South Bay.
Okay, great. Yeah, according to the California Teachers Association, they did a survey of trying to address the teacher shortage and what are the biggest issues that teachers are saying in terms of why they are leaving or thinking about leaving the profession. Number one was pay, and I do believe I did introduce a bill to try to pay our teachers more so that we can attract and retain, more good people.
Sorry, can I just add to that? Yes, and obviously when anyone asks me, do you want more money? Why would I say no? But I'm an economics nerd, and I know that since 2008, almost everyone in the U.S. is underpaid by $10,000. Just if you just look at wage growth, right? So I think we have had strides in that area. Is it enough? No, for everyone, I think. But yeah, yes, I agree.
Yes, but I want to follow. I hear you loud and clear that it's not just about money. It's not just about pay. That number one, you want to feel safe in your classroom at your school. This may not be popular with some folks in this room, but I'm going to say it. I support common sense gun safety laws. I mean, what is a 14-year-old with an AR-15? We want. I support banning assault weapons. I support universal background checks. But, you know, as a teacher, you know, I know that because I talk to a lot of teachers, that it's not just about the pay, it's about all the roles, all the paperwork, all the, you know, all the tests that you have to do. Yeah, and so we're you know, I'm working on trying to respect teachers more, not only with money, but in terms of respecting your you know, judgment and discretion as professionals to be able to do what's best for your kids. And that's something that I just want to make a general statement about.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm a gun owner myself, but I'm still like, yeah, what's a kid doing with a gun? I'm sorry. And my husband is a military veteran, and he always tells me all the time, gun owners should be practicing using a gun, right? Like, they do that in the military all the time because guns are dangerous and you need to practice, right? So completely agree with those statements.
Okay.